Michael Thomas. In 2011, 16-year-old Michael Thomas was driving a stolen minivan in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, along with two friends, Malik Merchant and Jimmy Scales. The group stopped at West Lisbon Avenue and decided to rob a woman named Sharon Staples. Thomas jumped out of the van and threatened Sharon, demanding her purse. When she refused, he shot her. Tragically, Sharon was 12 weeks pregnant at the time. Thomas was arrested and later pled guilty to 2 counts of first-degree reckless homicide for killing Sharon and her unborn child. At his sentencing, Thomas initially remained calm and quiet. But as he was being escorted out, he suddenly turned toward his family and tried to run to them. Deputies quickly tackled Thomas to the ground. Chaos broke out in the courtroom, with family members screaming and officers trying to maintain control. Eventually, deputies were able to restrain Thomas and remove him from the courtroom. A sheriff then addressed the courtroom and asked everyone to calm down.
What's going to happen is we are going to allow the other people that were in this courtroom to leave, okay?
Despite the chaos, sentencing continued. Michael Thomas received 35 years in prison. His accomplices, Malik Merchant and Jimmy Scales, were also sentenced. Merchant, who acted as a lookout, got 17 years. Scales, the getaway driver and a self-proclaimed gang member, was sentenced to 25 years. The case highlighted the devastating consequences of youth violence and how one senseless act affected so many lives. Brandon Spencer. In 2012, Brandon Spencer, a 19-year-old known gang member, was involved in a shooting during a Halloween party at the University of Southern California, USC. Reports say the shooting was an act of revenge against a rival gang member attending the party.
He was convicted of shooting a rival gang member at a 2012 Halloween party on the USC campus.
Spencer opened fire into a crowd, injuring 4 people. Some students ran, while others hid in fear. Spencer also fled but was eventually captured by the LAPD. He was charged with 4 counts of attempted murder. At trial, the prosecution claimed Spencer was targeting one person but didn't care if others got hurt in the process.
That if you are so intent on killing someone, that you're willing to shoot them, and at the same time open fire into a crowd.
Spencer maintained his innocence. He spoke during the trial, trying to convince the court he wasn't just a gang member.
Sorry for having you running, but I need you life in prison. And I'm not a bad person, but
But the jury didn't believe his defense. Spencer was found guilty on all charges. During sentencing, as the judge announced his punishment, Spencer completely broke down.
Minimum period of parole eligibility is 15 years plus 25 years of life in accordance with Penal Code Section 12022. 3D.
He was sentenced to 40 years to life in prison for the USC shooting. Leland Washington. In 2006, a Halloween party in California turned deadly when 27-year-old Leland Washington, a college graduate, was shot and killed. He had been asked to leave the party by members of a Mexican street gang. But when he returned, gang member David Parga saw it as a sign of disrespect. Parga pulled out a gun and shot Washington several times in the torso. Washington was rushed to UCI Medical Center but didn't survive. Police arrested Parga and charged him with murder. In court, Parga decided to represent himself. Despite that, he was found guilty of second-degree murder. At the sentencing, Washington's family spoke directly to Parga. His brother said the grief was overwhelming.
That the grief is so much that I just kind of muddle through the day. You have to understand who he was. He was such a great person, and the way that he died, he did not deserve that at all.
His sister spoke about how Halloween weekend would never feel the same again.
Halloween weekend will never be the same for us. My brother was murdered that weekend, and it's ironic that we're here today for the sentencing for the person that murdered Leland Cleophas Washington.
Their mother added that her son could have been a friend to his killer.
And I think if Mr. Parga had ever known him, he couldn't have been anything but a friend to him. He couldn't have found any other way but to make him a friend.
Parga then apologized to the family.
There's nothing I could do to bring you guys' brother back, but I am deeply sorry for what happened to him. To you specifically, I want to say sorry to what happened to your son. I know the pain you're feeling. My mom comes to see me, she cries because what's happening to me, and I could only imagine what you're going through. You lost your son.
Despite his words, the judge called Parga a coward and sentenced him to 50 years to life in prison.